Hi yogis, it's Jody, and today I have a level 1, level 2 vinyasa flow for you. You won't need any props unless you know in your body you like to use them, then grab them. But whenever you're ready, let's begin in a seated position on your mat. Sukhasana easy pose, crossing one leg in front of the other, resting your hands on your knees, slowly closing your eyes. Starting to elongate your breath. Softening on the exhale. And just checking in. Physically, you're here on your mat, but mentally, where are you? Using your breath as your guide. And right before we move, sweat and flow, I always like to set an intention. It could be an intention of gratitude, just being grateful to step on your mat today. You might just, or it could just be you're like, hey, I'm looking to feel good and have fun. Or maybe even setting an intention of compassion. Sending yourself some self-love. Whatever it is, place it in your heart. And let's seal that intention in with one long, deep clearing breath. Bring your hands heart center in Anjali Mudra. Inhale through the nose. Open your mouth side out. Opening your eyes, sweeping your arms out to come up. Gaze up as the palms touch. And as you exhale, we're just gonna side bend to the right. Bringing your right hand down, gazing up over your left arm. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Side bend to the left. Gaze up. Inhale back to center. And let's do it one more time. Side bend to your right. Maybe this time coming down into your forearm. Feeling the stretch all across your side body. Inhale to center. Exhale, let's take it to the other side. Coming onto your left forearm. Rooting down through the hips. Feeling the stretch all across the side. Inhale. Exhale, reach back up. Gaze up as the palms touch. Bringing them heart center. Coming onto tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Gaze down at your hands, making sure that they're shoulders width distance, gripping the mat with the fingertips, pressing down with your finger knuckles, hugging the inner arms in, and we're broadening across the collarbones. From here, step your right foot back, and we're just gonna move front and back, just getting into those tight calves, engaging your core, drawing your navel in, lubricating the joints. Eventually finding stillness, we're gonna point your right toes, lifting that right leg about hip height, and then we're gonna do a couple variations of cat and cow. So first we're gonna find the back bend, bringing your shoulders together and down, lifting the leg up, use your hamstrings, lift a little higher, maybe take your gaze up, inhale. And as you exhale, drawing that knee in, rounding. 2 more times, inhale, find the back bends, drawing your shoulders together and down the back, inhale. Exhale, round, pushing the mat away, maybe giving your knee a little kiss. Last one, inhale, find the back bends. Exhale, round. Returning back to tabletop and just kind of wiggling from side to side before we take it to our left side. Stepping your left foot back and just moving back and forth, warming up the muscles, seeing what's tight, what's not. Feeling into maybe those tight calves. finding stillness, pointing the left toes, lifting the left leg up. So it's about hip height with the body. Once again, so we're going to find the back bends, shoulders point up, leg lifts, use your hamstrings, inhale. Exhale, rounds, pushing the mat away, drawing the knee in. 2 more. Inhale, find the back bends, gaze up. Exhale, rounds, give it a little kiss. Last one. Inhale, find your back bend, leg lifts a little higher. Exhale, rounds, use your core. Placing that knee down, tucking your toes, and pushing the hips up and back for downward facing dog. I usually have to reposition my hands. Coming from tabletop, that stance is just a little too close. So step your feet back. Coming into stillness, coming back to your breath. Finding that Ujjayi Pranayama. In this first down dog, you could sway your hips from side to side, maybe bending one knee at a time. Coming high into your toes, bending your knees, sending the hips up and back, and then slowly rooting your heels towards the earth. You're probably already starting to feel your muscles burn, putting a lot of weight in those hands. Just a few more breaths. All right, inhale, look forward, come high to your toe tips, shift and start to shift your shoulders past the wrist. If this is too much, drop the knees. If not, keep the knees lifted, bend the elbows for chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Pelvis lifts, knees lift if you're an upward facing dog. Shoulders point up, gaze up, inhale. And as you exhale, use your navel, push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. 5 more breaths. Inhale, look forward. From here, you could step or keep a slight bend in your knees and see what it's like to take a light hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, find a flat back. Taking your feet hips width distance, grabbing opposite elbows, fold. And just doing whatever feels good in your body here. You could sway from side to side, bending one knee at a time. Just kind of letting your body be free. Being mindful of where the weight is. Can you bring some of the weight into your toe tips? Lifting the hips up, drawing the crown of your head towards the mat, lengthening through the side body, drawing your navel in. Inhale, find a flat back, hands underneath the shoulders. Exhale, fold once more. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Gaze up as the palms touch. Exhale, hands heart center. Let's keep moving. Sweeping the arms out to come up. Exhale, how slowly can you dive it forward? Inhale to a flat back. And from here, we're going to step our left foot back, lowering that left knee, rising up, Anjaneyasana. Gaze up as the palms touch. Maybe find your back bend. Inhale. Exhale, hands frame that right foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Drop that right knee. Rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, step and fold at the front of the mat. Uttanasana. Inhale, rising all the way up. And from here, we're going to take it all the way back down. Inhale to a flat back. And then we're going to step our right foot back, lowering that right knee. Rising up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, frame that front foot, step back, downward facing dog. You got this, yogis. Hang in there with me. Step your right foot forward, lowering that left knee, rising up, bending deeply into that right knee, lengthening through the sides of the waist. Inhale. Exhale, step and fold at the front of the mat. Uttanasana. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good job. Let's start to work into our flow now. Inhale, sweeping the arms out to come up. Exhale, sweep them out to come down. Inhale, flat back. From here, let's step our right foot back, lowering that right knee. Heel toe your left foot to the edge of the mat, angling your knee and your foot in the same direction, coming into lizard pose. My wrist and my shoulder aligned. I'm using my left hand to open up that left knee. Expand across the chest, gaze up, inhale. And if it feels good, let's lower down into our forearms. Taking the stretch now into our inner groin, outer hips. Heart lifts, inhale. And as you exhale, reaching that left arm up and then towards the back. Grabbing that back foot. First we use our foot to open across the chest. And then we, on the exhale, bring it in. Squaring your shoulders towards the mat. Let's slow it down here. Feeling the stretch in my right quad and my right hip flexors. Don't forget to breathe. Releasing that back foot. Inhaling your left arm up. And then heel toe your left foot to the center of the mat. Untucking those right toes. Rising up, Anjaneyasana. From here, we're going to side bend to the right again. Leaning towards the right. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, look up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to center. Hands frame that front foot. And from here, we're going to tuck our right toes, sending our left leg up and back for a one-legged down dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Squaring the shoulders, pulling that right hip back, and lifting the left knee up as high as we want. Inhale. And then exhale, straighten that left leg, point the left foot, square the hips. And from here, slowly start to bring your left knee towards your right elbow, extending that left foot out, reaching your right arm up for fallen triangle. Pushing down through my left hand, reaching up and over with my right. Inhale. Going from here back to plank. Remember, you could drop your knees if it's too much, but for an extra challenge, keep them lifted. Engage the legs, push the mat away, turning on that front body. Can you hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Hang in there, yogi. Drawing that right knee in and stepping it in between your hands. Take your time to get there. We want our right shin in a straight line. We want our thigh almost parallel to the mat, and we want to come on high into the ball of our left leg, left foot. Rising up, crescent pose. I really want us to strengthen our muscles in this pose, so we're going to hold it for a few extra breaths. Bending deeply into that right thigh, right knee, hugging our right hip back into the midline, engaging your inner thighs, drawing your lower belly in, pushing up with that left thigh. Inhale. Exhale, bend deeper. Imagine that you're holding an invisible volleyball. Engage the arms here, pinkies pull back, shoulders pull down away from the ears. A few more breaths. Maybe even gaze up as the palms touch. Find your back bend. Inhale. And from here, we're gonna frame our front foot, step and fold at the front of the mat. Uttanasana. Grabbing opposite elbows, catching our breath. Good job, yogis. We're halfway there. You got this. Inhale, we lengthen. And on the exhale, we're going to step our left foot back, lowering that left knee, coming into lizard on this side. Heel toe the right foot at an angle, so my knee and my foot are facing the same direction. Pushing that right knee away, expand across the chest, gaze up. And if you did it on the other side, coming down to your forearm and pushing that knee away, taking the stretch now all the way in to the inner groin, left hip flexor, gaze up, inhale. And as you exhale, reaching that right arm up and back, reaching for that back foot. So first, kick the foot to open across the chest, heart lifts, inhale. And as you exhale, pull the foot in, squaring your shoulders towards the mat. Slow it down. Stretching into the quads, the hip flexor. Just a couple more breaths. Releasing that back foot, reaching your right arm up, heel toeing your right foot to the middle, framing that right foot, reaching up for Anjaneyasana. Gaze up as the palms touch, and for here, we're gonna side bend to the right. Inhale back to center, side bend to the left. Inhale, center, find your back bend. Lean back, inhale. And as you exhale, your hands are gonna frame that right foot. Tuck your left toes, lift that knee. And we're gonna send our right foot up and back for a three-legged down dog. Bend your knee, open the hip. Just remember to square the hips, pull that left hip back and lift that right knee up high. Inhale. Exhale, straightening that right leg. Point the toes, square the hips. Inhale. Exhale, drawing that right knee in towards our left elbow. Kicking the right foot out, lifting our left hand into fallen triangle. Gaze up over that left hand, inhale. And then from here, coming into plank. You got this. Let's work that core, it does so much for us. Remember, your knees can be down. Or for an extra challenge, lift those knees. Engage the legs, push them out away, dome the upper back. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, push them out away. 1, step that left foot in between your hands. Take your time. Our left shin is straight. Our left thigh is parallel to the mat. We're on the ball of our right foot. Rise up, crescent pose. I'm reaching up with my back inner thigh, furrowing my inner thighs in, bending deeply into that left knee, pulling that left hip back into the midline, drawing my navel in, holding my invisible volleyball. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little deeper. We got this, yogis. Don't give up on me. Almost there. I know your legs are on fire. Mine are on too. Gaze up as the hands touch. Inhale. And then step and fold at the front of the mat. Uttanasana. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold once more. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. And as you exhale, sweep the arms out to come all the way down. Inhale to a flat back. Step back into plank. Just when we thought we were done, we're almost. You got this. You're stronger than you know. How slowly can you lower down to the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Untuck the toes. We're coming into Sphinx. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Pull with your arms to lift the chest. Draw the navel in. Turning on those back muscles. Engaging the front. Chest lifts. Shoulders pull down away from the ears. Maybe gaze up. Inhale. And as you exhale, Look down at the mat, tuck your toes, and from here, lift your legs to forearm plank. Almost there. You thought you were done. So close. You got this, yogis. You're stronger than you know. We're just gonna hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You did it. Child's pose. Knees spread wide, head comes down. Slowly reaching up. Coming into pigeon on our right side. Bringing your right knee towards your right wrist and squaring our hips and bringing them as low and even as possible to the mat. If this is uncomfortable for you, don't do it. You can always come onto your back, grab some props to help elevate the hips. Whatever your body needs, your mind needs. Inhale, we find length. And exhale, you fold and melt over that right leg. And just depending on your flexibility, you could stay on your forearms here. Taking a deep inhalation through the nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. And then possibly taking it deeper, bringing your forehead to the mat. Lengthening the breath, softening on the exhale. And noticing, where are you holding the tension? We hold so much tension in the body. Most of the time, we're not even aware of it. So while you're here, where are you feeling it? Use your breath to help you be here. Just a couple more breaths. All right. And the next inhale, sitting up. Feel free to vinyasa, go back to down dog, however you want to get there. Let's take it to the other side. Our left knee comes towards our left wrist. And slowly lowering their hips, getting them as low and even to the mat as possible. Inhale, we find length. And exhale, just start to melt over that left shin. Finding your degree of flexibility, of mobility. Maybe first coming onto your forearms, taking a deep inhalation through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Going deeper. Using the breath, descend to any tight areas in the body, anywhere we're holding tension. Let your breath be your body's signal. It's okay to be here. It's okay to let go. To release any tension, leave it in the mat, leave it here. Where can you soften? Just a couple more breaths. And then slowly coming up. Sending both legs out in front of you, giving them a little shake. Before we slowly rolling onto our back, drawing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a little cuddle, maybe bringing your head to your knees, giving yourself a little kiss, showing yourself some love, and just thanking yourself for showing up today. Just spending this time on your mat for you. Slowly letting your legs fall open at the corners of the mat, palms open by your side, closing your eyes. Taking a deep inhalation through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Shavasana. Just remembering, yogis, that yoga is the journey to the self. Yoga is the journey through the self. So be here. Be comfortable with exactly what you are. Be comfortable with exactly where you are. Knowing you're exactly where you're meant to be. Shavasana. One last deep inhalation. And as you sigh it out, let everything go. If you're ready to move on, slowly start to wiggle your fingers, coming back into the body. But I would encourage you to stay in Shavasana for as long as it serves you. But for the rest of us, just bend your knees, bring them into your chest, rolling onto one side, and sitting back up into a comfortable seat. Keeping your eyes closed. Resting your hands on your knees once more. And just observe. Observing the mind. Observing your body. Observing maybe the peaceful energy you carry inside you now. And in the spirit of gratitude, bringing your hands heart center in Anjali Mudra. As you inhale through the nose. And then exhale, bowing your chin towards your heart. Always in gratitude. Inhaling, lifting your chin, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis, for joining me today. It means the world to me to be here with you. Like, subscribe, comment, and until we meet each other again, please take such sweet care of yourselves. Thank you so much. Namaste.